Jai Hind students, you have a table now on your screen, and this is to represent place value of a decimal number. We know if there is a number 256, first number from right side is the number which is placed on ones place. So you can write here 6 is the number at ones, and 5 is the number which is placed on tens place. So you can write here it is 5 at tens, it is 5 here, and 2 is the number which is placed on hundredths place. So write here 2. What if there is a sign of decimal expression, then 3, then 4, then 7, and so on? You can increase the number. Here this number after decimal expression which is written 3 decides the place of this number 6 on a number line, and this place for this digit 3 which is just after decimal expression and to the right of this decimal expression is called tenth space. So write here 3. This number 4 is written on hundredths place, so write here 4, and this number 7 is placed on thousandths place, so write here 7. Check one more. If it is 512.741, so 2 is written on ones place, so write here 2. 1 is the digit of tens place, so write here 1. 5 is the digit of hundredths place, so write here 5. 7 is the digit which is placed on tenth place, so write here 7. 4 is the hundredth digit, so write here 4, and 1 is the thousandth digit, and write here 1. In class 6, these all ideas you came to know. And if we are given a number 512.741 and we have to write it in extended form, then it must be this 500. Normally what you write when you have a number 500, 5 into 100 plus 1 into 10, and this 2 into 1. And after decimal expansion that is given 7, and 7 is placed at tenths place, so plus 7 into 1 upon 10. This 4 into 1 upon 100 and plus 1 into 1 upon 1000, because this 1 is placed on thousandth space. You can see this too. So this is the expanded form of this decimal number. And we have to discuss about the conversion of decimal numbers in form of a fraction. So if you have a number 54.79 and you have to convert it into a form of a fraction, that is a very simple process. You have to multiply this number by 100 and you have to divide this number by 100. How can we determine that? By this number we have to multiply or divide. So for that we have simply, you can see there are 2 digits given after decimal. Write 1 and write 2 digit zeros and write 2 zeros after 1. This number is a number that we need to multiply and divide this number. When you multiply this 54.79 by 100, and when you divide this 54.79 by 100, this 100 displays the decimal sign to the right hand side, and check in your copy. When you multiply this you will get 5479 upon 100, and you can see this is the fraction form of the number. Now we have some questions in our classwork from exercise 2.5, and see the first question is, which one is greater, 0.5 or 0.05, 7 or 0.7, 2.03 or 2.30. Change these decimal numbers in form of a fraction. So we have to multiply this 0.5 by 10 and we have to divide the 0.5 by 10. So multiply 0.5 by 10 0.5 into 10 upon 10, and multiply this, you will get 5 upon 10. And here you have to multiply this 0.05 by 100 and multiply 0.05 by 100. I can show you that what we will get. 0.05 into 100, so this is 0, again 0, 1, 5, 0, 0. So there are two digits after decimal expression. So now place this decimal number here, and now it is 5. So eventually the fraction becomes 5 upon 100. So multiply the 0.05 by 100 and upon 100, multiply and divide, both the things you have to do, and you get 5 upon 100. Now out of 100 parts you are selecting 5, and out of 10 parts you are selecting 5. This is half of the total, and this is 1/20th of the total. Or you can do one more thing, check the fraction which one is greater and which one is smaller. Then you will get that this is 50 upon 100 and this is 5 upon 100, and definitely this one is greater than the 5 upon 100. So you can write your answer here. 0.5 is greater than 0.05. So you can write your answer 0.5 is greater than 0.05 is greater than 0.05. This is your conclusion. Okay, same as we have 7 or 0.7. So 7 is given as an integer, and 0.7 you have to convert this into fraction. So 0.7 is divided by 10 because there is a single number after decimal expression. So write 1 and multiply by 0, and write 1. So write 1 and there is one digit, so write 0. It becomes 10. To multiply by 10 and divide by 10, you will get it is 7, and it is now 7 upon 10. And here you can see 7 can be written as 7 upon 1. This is a improper fraction, this is an improper fraction, and this is a proper fraction. And eventually we get that 7 upon 1 is greater than 7 upon 10. So yes, 7 is greater than 0.7. This is our answer. Again we have 2.03 or 2.30. So there are two numbers after decimal expression, so you have to multiply by, first write 1. How many digits are there? 1 and 2. So 1 0 and 2 0. You have to multiply by 100 and divide by 100. Now when 2.03 is multiplied by 100, when 2.03 is multiplied by 100 and divided by 100, we get 203 upon 100. Do check in your rough copy, you will get the same answer. And when this 2.30 is multiplied by 100 and divided by 100, we get 230 upon 100. And we have the same denominator. 203 and 230 are the numerators of the different fractions. Eventually we get that 230 is greater than the digit 203. So yes, we have 2.30 is greater than 2.03. Now you have to eventually compare the fractions. Okay, this comparison of fractions will give you the answer of your question. In question number 2, we had to express as rupees using decimals. You know what? In 1 rupees, there are 100 paise. It means one of them is 1/100th of the rupee. The same thing is here. To convert this 7 paise in rupees, we have to divide this 7 by 100. Means out of 100 parts you are selecting 7. So how much fraction is this of a rupee? We have to get that. So divide this 7 by 100. They are 100 paise in a rupee. So divide this 7 by 100 and you will get here. Divide this 100 by 7. What you get? Check. 7 is divided by 100. So 7 is not divisible by 100. Place a 0 there. Place a decimal there. It becomes 70. Still it is not divisible. Increase a 0 there. It becomes 700. Now 107 just 700. And 0.07 is our answer. When this 7 is divided by 100, we get 0.07 rupees as our answer. We have another question. 7 rupees 7 paise. It means you have to calculate the total amount in rupees, and in this case you have to add rupees and rupees, but here it is rupees and paise. What to do? So let the rupees be rupees, do not disturb that. Write it 7 rupees, and this 7 paise are added to this number, are added to this 7, and this 7 paise are added to 7 rupees. So convert this 7 paise in rupees. Convert this 7 paise in rupees. What to write there? When you convert this 7 in rupees, you have to divide this by 100 because there are 100 paise in a rupee. So it becomes 7 rupees, and it becomes rupees here, but it becomes 7 rupees and plus 0.07 rupees. And when you add both the numbers, both are rupees, so you will get whole amount in rupee. Then when you add the 7 and 0.07, you get 7.07 rupees. 77 rupees 77 paise. How to deal this? 77 rupees, let it be in rupees, do not disturb this. But here this 77 paise which are added to 77 rupees, you have to convert them in rupees. So 77 is now divided by how much? How much? By 100, and you will get it just converts into rupees. And now when you divide this thing, it becomes 77 upon 100, and when you divide 77 and 100, you get 0.77, and this is the total amount. When you add these two numbers, you get 77. How to add? It is 77.00, and this number 0.7 and 7. Now add the numbers, you get 7 and this 7, again 7, and here it is 7. The rule is you have to put this decimal sign in vertical order just below this one. So 77.77 rupees, this is our answer. Here we have express 5 centimeter in meter and kilometer. So in 1 kilometer there are 1000 meter, you know that, and in 1 meter there are 100 centimeter. Okay, so this 5 centimeter has to be converted in meter first, and you know that in 1 meter there are 100 centimeter. It means 1 centimeter is the 1 upon 100th part of the. It means 1 centimeter is 100th part of the meter. So 5 centimeter, if this 5 centimeter is converted in meter, it becomes, you have to divide this by how much parts? There are 100 parts and you have selected 5. In a meter there are 100 parts, and if you select 5 parts, that is 5 centimeter. So how much is this of a meter? So there are 100 centimeter in a meter. So divide this centimeter by 100, you will get the number in meters. So this is the centimeter, 5 upon 100, that becomes 0.05 meter. And there are 1000 kilometer. So first it is, there are 1000 meter in 1 kilometer. So when you want to convert this meter into kilometer, you know that this is the one part of 1000 parts of a kilometer, which becomes 1 meter. To convert a meter scale into kilometer, you have to divide the meter by 1000, and now it is in meter. And when you divide this in kilometer, when you divide this number 0.05 by 1000, you get the answer in kilometer. So 0.05 when divided by 1000, it will give you, check it in your copy, it will give you 0.00005. And we have a simple method for this. You can see that 1000 is dividing and the decimal expression is here. When there are 3 zeros, it means decimal expression will move towards the left side. It will cover 3 digits. So here you can see it was here 1, 2 and 3. It is here. So this is the short method. Otherwise you have to go in your copy and divide this 0.05 by 1000. You will get 0.0005 kilometer. We have another question. Question number 4. Express in kilogram. You know that there are 1000 gram in 1 kilogram. So there are 200 parts, it means here it is given 200 gram. It means we have selected 200 parts of 1000 parts. So to convert this 200 gram into kilogram, if we divide this by 1000, we will get our answer. So in kilogram, how much it is? 200 upon 1000 kilogram, and that is what, 2 upon 10, and eventually it becomes 0.2 kilogram. Divide this 2 by 10, you will get 0.2 kilogram. We have 4 kilogram, 8 gram. So you know what, again two quantities are added of different unit. It is in kilogram and it is in gram. In that case it is 4 kilogram, and you have to add 8 gram in 4 kilogram. So first convert this gram into kilogram, and to convert this gram into kilogram, you have to divide this gram by 1000. So it is 8 upon 1000 kilogram now. And now it is 4 kilogram plus this 8 becomes 0.008 kilogram. Check it. Divide 8 by 1000, you will get 0.008 kilogram, not 81. It is 8 kilogram, and add both the numbers, you will get 4.008 kilogram.